Hello. So this is Rachel, your Reiki master, and I'm just doing this little video to kind of walk you through a meditation to meet your shadow self, and to kind of go over some exercises on how to work with your shadow. So just to kind of highlight what the shadow is and why it's important. So our shadow self is created when, just through life in general. But as we're learning what is acceptable and what is not acceptable growing up, we start to put what's not acceptable to the side into our subconscious, and we learn to not express that side of things, what is not acceptable, right? And this doesn't have to be just negative type of traits. This can maybe be something, wonderful about yourself. Maybe you're very expressive in a certain way, and at one point in your childhood, a parent or someone told you to calm down, or something like that. And sometimes the grown-ups in our lives aren't realizing that they're dampening something great about us. So something I like to keep in mind as a parent. All right, so kind of to highlight what the shadow is again, and what happens when we kind of have this split and we have this, we'll call it our unconscious too, because we're not super aware of it until we start to become aware of it, which is what we're doing here today. But what happens, so we are magnetic and we create our reality. And if you were in any of my previous classes, I go deeply into that. I like to show you guys, and I, of course, I don't have it on me right now, but a picture of the toroidal energy field. I'm kind of butchering that, but that's okay. So it's kind of like this donut shape, and basically, what's in the middle is being put out. So what we're feeling, what we're going through, what we believe, all of that, this is the middle, right? And the rest of the energy field is our reality, our life. So what happens is when we're unaware of this side of us, or unaware of any parts of ourselves, that's still a part of the middle of the energy field, right? So it's going to manifest. And sometimes it manifests physically, you start to get sick, or you start to develop a certain type of cancer. And this is more so what we teach when we get into Reiki with the chakra system, is that it manifests physically in our body. But it can also manifest in life, right? We can maybe, say, you're just having a day where you keep on hurting yourself, you keep on tripping, you get cut, blah, blah, blah. And it's really kind of out of your control, but all this stuff keeps happening to you. That is, we create our reality still. So that is, something within us bringing it back to us, maybe telling us to slow down, maybe telling us to take a breather, maybe telling us, hey, you're going in the wrong direction. Okay. So just some little examples of how the shadow definitely still manifests into our life. Okay. So just kind of going through why it's important to recognize our shadow traits, right? And also, if you study yoga or Reiki or into meditation at all, you know that being present is so powerful. And being present is also very difficult. It's hard not to sit here and think about, what do I have to do tomorrow, next week? Oh, Christmas presents, all that kind of stuff. It's hard to sometimes pull ourselves out of the past and stop living from the past. Just to be fully present in this moment kind of takes a lot of tools, but also to be fully present in this moment, to really truly be fully present, that's also being fully present of your shadow side, of everything in your unconscious. So we become more whole the more light we shine on the parts of us that we are unaware of. And sometimes these parts, they're hard to look at because we shoved them away for a reason. So we need to be very gentle with ourselves during this process of shining light onto, or just being aware of our shadow, right? So just some things when you're feeling in that low vibration and you're navigating your shadow and it doesn't feel too good, I have some things to not do, okay? And one of them is don't judge yourself, okay? Do not judge yourself. It is okay. It is okay that you're feeling these feelings are there for a reason, okay? And also when we're judging, we are building resistance. We are resistant to that part of ourselves, right? So what's going to happen? We are magnetic manifestors no matter what. So we have resistance. We're going to manifest more resistance, okay? Also, don't suppress yourself. Don't suppress those emotions. Don't judge yourself. Don't suppress them. Let them move. Their emotion, their energy in motion. You need to keep it flowing, okay? So with that being said, also, distracting yourself with substances or just, going and smoking a doobie or something when you're feeling that way, you're not quite processing those feelings, right? You're kind of numbing yourself a little bit to ease those feelings, okay? So try to avoid doing those things. Of course, those things are fine recreationally, but when they're being used to not feel, they're not really doing us any good, okay? So with that being said, try not to do anything to escape. Do not blame it on others. That is probably for most of us something that we do very easily, and that is definitely part of shadow work. And I'm hoping to highlight a couple exercises that we do in this class. But yes, be very careful not to blame it on the outside, because again, we create our reality, and our relationships, the people in our lives, whether it's a toxic relationship or not, they're here to show us something about us. They are mirrors, and that is a hard pill to swallow sometimes, especially when you feel like someone's maybe doing you very wrong, and maybe your boundaries are being crossed and stuff like that. These are lessons for us to figure out what to do with that. But also when we blame others, it takes our power away. Because how are we going to grow through this? And how are we going to alchemize if we refuse to look at why these situations are happening? Okay. All right. So, yep. So that being said, something I have underneath that is projecting without awareness. So if you're going to project on someone, if you are catching yourself blaming someone, have awareness that you are pointing the finger at them and that you're going to have to flip that around and figure out what's really going on inside of you, okay? Because they're coming up for a reason, and that's going to be part of our soul contract exercise. It's a very simple exercise, and I'll go over that later. You know what? I told you a bunch of stuff to not do, but what you can do when you're feeling stuck in these low vibrations of shadow work, because shadow work can kind of get us a little down sometimes. Allow yourself to express. Allow yourself to feel it. Sometimes words don't really do much. Sometimes, journaling, walking, and that kind of stuff, that's what we tend to do. But also be creative. Let those feelings flow through you in some kind of creative way too. We have to feel it to heal it. So just, breathe through these emotions, feel them. I know it sucks to feel them, but they're there for a reason. And if we don't feel them, then they're not energy in motion, and the energy is going to get stuck in our body, and we're going to start manifesting something either physically or something in our life. And we gotta learn these lessons. They're going to keep coming back. No matter what, they're going to keep coming back. Okay? So learn, go through them, feel it. It's okay. Breathe through it. Okay? We will get through this. So you can also, go out in nature, breathe, create, change your environment maybe. Sometimes rearranging furniture or just like getting out of the house kind of helps with all that. Yes, okay, so also this is kind of tied to blaming others and projecting onto others without awareness. Your ability to respond is very important and not react. So, just really sit with everything and kind of contemplate and feel things before just like letting it come out of your mouth. and be present with it. They all kind of tie in together, but I had a little list there I was kind of reading off of. So there we go. Okay, I'm going to walk us through a little meditation. I'll be reading it. So I want you to keep in mind either an emotion that you want to address or work on, and we're talking shadow emotions here, okay? And I keep on doing this because they're a part of us, and we're just calling them shadows, and I feel like that's kind of demonizing these feelings, and that's part of the issue here is we demonize what we're scared of and what we don't know, and that kind of creates more of this fear and more of this negativity around it. So I'm gonna maybe continue doing this for when I say shadow emotions, because they are just emotions. They're part of us, and they're there for a reason, just like happiness and all that is. Okay, so yep, I want you to think of either emotion that you want to work on that you struggle with a lot, maybe a really angry person, maybe a really anxious person. So yeah, either an emotion or a part of yourself that you feel is holding you back from your true potential, or just a part of yourself that you want to heal. Okay, so just take a moment to think about what you want to work on. That's your feeling is not very good. Okay. Okay, getting into the meditation now. So let's get nice and comfortable, whether you're laying down, sitting down. Just make sure your body is nice and comfortable. We're going to take a nice, slow, deep breath in and release. And breathing in, feeling those lungs expand. And out, feeling your body contract. And another deep breath in. And another exhale out. And on your next deep breath, just keep breathing in as much as you possibly can, and holding at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Big sigh out. Good. Now as you continue with these rounds of breathing, notice any tension in the body. Breathing in and breathing out, just quieting your mind, listening to the sound of my voice and any other sounds going on around you. And maybe you hear some of the construction going on by me, but just allow any distractions to be like clouds going by in the sky. You are an observer. So continuing with our breathing, you're noticing any tension in the body, any pain, any stagnant energy, or even nervousness. When you feel these things, breathe into it, awakening that space with both your awareness and the oxygen you're breathing in. And as your breath starts to flow to a more natural rhythm, bring the awareness to the crown of your head, relaxing all the muscles in the scalp, the forehead, the temples and eyebrows, your mouth and your jaw softening, that calm now melting down your neck, across your shoulders, seeping through your back, reaching your hips and your quads, moving through your calves and ankles, and finally reaching your feet and your toes. Every part of your body is starting to melt to your core. You feel rooted in the earth. And now taking a moment to set an intention for this meditation. Bring into your awareness this part of yourself you would like to heal. Maybe a part of yourself you feel is holding you back. This can be an emotion, or maybe even a state of being. Be open to whatever may come up, whether it feels good or if it feels bad, as this will lead you to a deeper understanding and connection of yourself. Now, envision you're standing on a pathway in front of a towering forest. Above the tree line, the sun shines powerfully down onto the earth. Its rays soak into your skin and warm your bones. And a cool autumn breeze blows by, running across your face, neck, torso, and legs. It is welcoming you into this secluded forest. Beneath your feet, the earth is soft yet firm and cool on your skin. Take a step forward and feel the earth again as it melts into your being. Pay attention to any sensations you are feeling in your body. And with your next step, begin your journey into this sanctuary. You have entered the forest. The treetop canopy has provided shade from the sun, but its rays peek through the leaves in the tree. It is the perfect amount of sunshine to keep you content on this breezy autumn afternoon. The forest is alive with sounds and colors. Birds are chirping above, and you can see the wind blowing through the tops of the trees. You watch the colorful ferns sway to and fro in the breeze, and all around you are rich hues of light and dark green. The forest floor is covered in twigs, moss, and colorful leaves that have fallen in preparation for the season. These soft leaves crunch pleasantly under your feet, and you can smell the dusty earth. Take a nice, deep breath in and realize that with each step, you are beginning to feel more and more at home in this magical forest. Stop for a moment. Reach out and touch one of the tall green plants. Feel the texture of its leaves, small and soft in your fingertips. It is resilient, ending with wind and with no seconds through or thoughts or resistance. It transforms with each season. Feel the vibration of this plant and notice that you too are vibrating in the same way. You and the forest are one forest, vibrating in one harmony and light. As you release this plant and continue on this journey, you feel perfectly content in this moment. Your eyes catch some red and orange leaves playfully flowing in the breeze, landing on the pathway in front of you. It welcomes you. You sit down, closing your eyes and turning your face toward the light, feeling that sun kiss your skin. It feels warm in the way that touches your soul with bliss and gives your skin goosebumps. You open your eyes and realize that you are not alone. Beings of light surround you. These are your spirit guides. They are here to provide guidance and surround you with love. And you can feel it in your body. Maybe a tickle in the spine or a sensation in your heart. You feel the divine love and wisdom that surrounds you. And as you sit there with your guides, Reiki is getting stronger and stronger. Your guides bring into your awareness your intention for embarking on this journey. In this space of purity, you see all behaviors that have a positive purpose as their original intention. This behavior is trying to do something beneficial for you, but the intention may be confused about how to create that positive benefit. It is important to get to know the parts of us that is causing this unwanted experience. This part could be a small boy or girl, it could be a teenager, it could be a young adult, someone older, or it may not have a human form at all. I will count to 3, and at 3, the part of you that is causing the unwanted experience will come out from behind the boulder so that you can see and get to know this part of yourself. 1, 2, 3. The part of yourself that is causing the unwanted experience is coming out from behind the boulder now. What does it look like? How old are they? Tell this part of yourself that you know it has been trying to do something positive for you. And because of this, you respect it and you would like to get to know it better. Ask for its name. Call on your spirit guides to guide you in this healing, the shadow self now. Ask your shadow self what it is trying to do for you. What is its intention? Maybe it is trying to protect itself from pain. Maybe it wants you to be heard. What is the reason for the shadow acting out? Now, thank it for trying to help. How does your shadow feel? Take some time to get to know this part and understand it. What makes her happy? What kind of things does he like to do? Is there anything that makes them feel anxious or upset? Allow yourself to have love for this part and tell it that you want to help it feel better and to heal. And to do this, it must be willing to change and heal and improve. Tell it that it would be happier if it did this and that you are willing to help it do it now. What does your shadow need? Negotiate with it and tell it you will be more responsive and pay better attention to what it needs if it is willing to try new things and develop new ways of expressing its feelings. Let your shadow know that you need its help in being creative and having fun. What positive skills or qualities does it possess? Now ask your shadow if they would be willing to forgive you for ignoring it for so long. Tell it that you promise to pay more attention and take care of it. Tell it you want it to be a conscious part of yourself. Ask it for its trust in you and the higher power. Everything will work out well. I'll just give you another minute, okay? I'll just give you another minute. If it feels healthy to do so, offer it a hug. Feel love and gratitude for gaining back a lost part of yourself. Give Reiki to this part of yourself, and as you do so, feel the flow of Reiki getting stronger and stronger. Call on your guides to assist in allowing any part of the shadow that needs to go up into the light to be sent up into the light now. Say a prayer asking that the two of you be completely healed. Ask your guides if there is any other advice or help it has to offer both of you. And thank all of the parts of yourself, your spirit guides, the higher power, for all the love and help you have received. In a moment, I will begin to count from 1 to 10. And as I count, you will slowly awaken and come back. And when I get to 10, your eyes will open and you will be completely awake and alert. You will have a perfect memory of everything you experience and will be able to write it all down. As you write, you may find additional information come into mind that is helpful. Remember to continue talking to this part of yourself and feeling love for it during the day or whenever you feel the need to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You are completely awake and alert.